All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeft TV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome. It's Red Bull Ring. This is TurnLeft TV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. IndyCar Brasil heading on into Red Bull Ring tonight for a 40-minute race. It's race number 4 in that DTM 2019 season. It's Red Bull Ring. It is a great road course. This is going to be a lot of fun. If you're watching these guys in the practice session, hang on, boys. This is going to be a great one. And of course, it is live right here on TurnLeft TV. Well, it's got some elevation changes. It's got a lot of twists and turns. Yep, it's a road course. And it is race number 4 in the DTM 2019 season at Indy Car Brasil. All live right here on TurnLeft TV. All right, thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Got a good one for you tonight here in the DTM series. Again, race number 4. These guys are in the qualification session right now. Actually, it looks like they're still in practice. Man, what are you guys waiting on? Let's go. I'm excited, man. I was watching these guys in the practice session really race side by side. You can darn near race side by side all the way around this track. Very challenging track, but a fun track. Got a 10-minute qualification session here. We'll take a look at the track here at Red Bull Ring. That's the schedule. Let's look at the schedule first. We've got a little past halfway, obviously. This is race number 4 of 6. Red Bull Ring tonight. And then Spa coming up next week. Sachsenring to finish out the season on April the 9th. There's the track. How about that, man? Hey, it's located in Spielberg, Austria. 4.3 kilometer, 10-turn. Elevation changes. Just a great track, man. So you're going to see a lot of side-by-side racing. Very fun. And I'm excited about tonight, man. Take a look at Wilson Rashid. This is a guy you want to pay attention to tonight. He has been lightning fast in that 47 car. We call that the cat scratch fever car. This is Neto Vidal in the 21 car. So 10-minute qualification session. Get the best laps you can get in. Take a look at the side-by-side, make sure that's working. Looks like it is, man. We got Edson Luis down on the lower right frame, and then Neto Vidal up high here. We'll take a look at the point standings here in the DTM series. Edelson Carnero is 65 points. Pretty good lead there over second place Alessandro Barcelos. Thiago França sits in the third position. Wilson Rashid is fourth. Elder Mueller fifth. See Julio Caligari, Edson Luis, Neto Vidal, Benor Silva, and Carlos Leite, Jair Oliveira. Those guys tied for 10th and 11th there, but rounding out the top 10. Got a little chat there going on. I don't know who White Moose is. Moose or Mouse. Yeah, okay. White Mouse Seed. Oh, well, it's good we have some new followers here, new chatters. Tonight's race is brought to you by IndyCar Brasil. We do a lot of different types of racing. In rFactor 2, you come right here, man. These guys have got DTM, of course, tonight. They've got stock cars. I think probably some Indy cars coming up this year. I'm sure some GT3 cars, and even some for fun events, too, that adds to the flavor at IndyCar Brasil. Thanks so much for coming in and joining us here on the channel, TurnLeft TV. If you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up button, and you can also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks to all those folks who have come out and subscribed. And if you're interested in giving a little bit more, you can also hit the donate button up in the banner of the channel. All support is greatly appreciated. See that overrun area. The guys are going to be using that quite a bit tonight. Take a look at the Jair Oliveira 17 car. Top time so far has been Benor Silva, 122.925. That is lightning fast. Edelson Carnero in second. Wilson Rashid currently third. Edson Luis is fourth. Jair Oliveira is fifth. Coming up on Wednesday, we'll be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with Stock Car Sim Racing's Ironman Racing Series. Race number 1 in the second season of 2019. 80 laps from IMS, man, the Brickyard. Starts at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and it will be live right here on TurnLeft TV. Tell you what, man, this thing is going to get tight throughout the night. I guarantee you. Guys are going to be racing side by side. Well, last week's winner was Edson Luis. Can he do a double? Make it 2 in a row. We have not had a 2-time winner yet here. We've had 3 different races, 3 different winners. Take a look at last week's race, and really it came down to a little of a, we got a little bit of a hitch right there. Got a little bit of a lockup on that. How about that? Any technical difficulties? You can't get her called up here. Ooh, just a little bit of a hitch. Like well, anyway, Edson Luis had some great pit strategy, and he was battling with Edelson Carnero all night long, and then Edgelson really looked like he was going to win that race, and then had a bad pit and had to come in a little bit late. He came in a little bit late and really did cost him. See if we can't get that called up a little bit later. Usually have the replay. We'll give her one more shot here. How about that? Just for stubbornness sake. There we go. Edson Luis led 3 of 33 laps, qualified on the pole, but Edgelson Carnero, like I said, he had that late race pit stop. He just held off a little bit too long, I think, and ran into some traffic after making pit stop, and Edson Luis was able to get the better of it and come away with a big race victory there. So congratulations to the 04. Can he make it 2 in a row? That's the question. Persistence, man. Persistence. Well, hey, I'm excited, man. This is Heath Johnson. Thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I should say joining me. Maybe my dog. She's off. Usually lays there here by my side while I do the broadcasting. So we got about a minute and a half left in the qualification session. Again, this is race number 4 in the DTM 2019 season here. IndyCar Brasil. 3 different winners, 3 different races, and who is it going to be tonight? I am going to throw my cards in on Wilson Rashid. He looks really, really fast. I mean, that car is on the edge as he goes around the track. So we'll see if he can't put a 40-minute race here together. Who's Shirty Shark, man? You definitely want to check it out tomorrow night on the live right here on TurnLeft TV when we broadcast the Ironman Racing Series. So definitely want to check that one out. Indy is always a great track, no matter whether you're running the Indy cars or the stock cars. It is a very, very fun track. One you definitely want to watch would be the first race of the season there with the Ironman Racing Series. Hey, coming up this weekend, really a cool race from StockCarSimRacing.com, Texas Motor Speedway, the Rock and Roll 400. All of the paint schemes will be rock and roll themed paint schemes, and there are going to be 2 qualifier races on Friday to set the front row, and then the rest of them will qualify on Saturday before the race. So it should be a great one. The Rock and Roll 400 from Texas Motor Speedway. Coming up on Saturday. Well, looks like Edgelson Carnero, the top time here, 1:22.417. Going to qualify on the pole. Benor Silva qualifies in the 2nd position. Wilson Rashid, 3rd. Edson Luis qualifies in the 4th position. You see Jose Carvalho, 5th. Jair Oliveira is 6th. Neto Vidal, 7th. Elder Mueller, 8th. Thiago França is 9th, and Sullivan Gardena is 10th. All right, hey man, it's a little TurnLeft TV action, so best of luck to the drivers tonight. So we got about 5 minutes here in the warm-up session before we get her going. The 04 here of Edson Luis in a big winner last week. Take a look at Sullivan Gardena here in the 49 car. Look at that, man. It's easy to see that number on the side, even for an old guy like me. Go on board here. Give an idea of what it's like to get around this track. We won't go the whole way. Got some elevation changes. Pretty wide track, so you can race side by side. Multiple grooves here. A little bit of a hitch there. Somebody joining. See guys make a lot of use of the overrun areas tonight as well. The zebra as well, as they call it. The curbs. And maybe take out a sign or two. It's Wilson Rashid here in the 47 car. This is the one I'm throwing my cards on, throwing my chips on, I should say, tonight. Little side-by-side action here to add a little flavor to it. Got a couple minutes left here in the warm-up session. Take a look at Carlos Leite. I would expect him to be lightning fast as well. Thanks so much for coming out to TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Thanks for all your support. If you like what you're seeing, please hit the thumbs up button on the video, and you can also hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Greatly appreciate your support. And this is Heath Johnson. I am your broadcaster, host, owner, thorn in your side. Look at the 09 Edgerson Carnero. Going to be fast as well tonight. Jair Oliveira there getting his burnouts in. Using up those tires and going into the pits and getting some new ones. All right, here we go, boys and girls. So a 40-minute race from Red Bull Ring. Race number 4 in the DTM 2019 season.
approaching grid. Will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
All right, getting the command to get the heck off the grid if you're not an essential personnel. Right, the 09 of Edelson Carnero starts on the pole here tonight. Ben Silva in the 87 car starts in the second position. Wilson Rashid in the 47 car starts in third. Edson Luis starts in P4. Jose Carvalho in the 99 starts in the fifth position. In sixth is the 17 of Jair Oliveira. Starting in the seventh position is the 21 of Neto Vidal. Elder Mueller. Where's he at, man? Where you at, Elder? Come on, bro. Elder's in the pits. All right, well, Tiago Franza starts in the eighth position now. Looks like we got some guys in the pits here. 49 of Sullivan Gardina is in ninth. Julio Galagare in the 33 starts in the 10th position. In the 11th position is Miguel Baraga. And Carlos Leite in 54 starts in 12th. These guys are going to line up here on the grid. Start from a standing start. That's always interesting. Edelson Carnero, our pole sitter. Quite a long track here, so it takes them a little while to get the formation lap in here, get lined up on the grid. All right, I think everybody's getting lined up here, so getting ready to make it happen here at Red Bull Ring. 40-minute race. Should be exciting. Twelve drivers here tonight. 40 minutes. Here we go. Off to green. So far, so good. Into through turn one, down through this long S. The 09 of Edelson Carnero is the race leader, being challenged right now by Ben Silva. Oh man, and there's contact here. Wilson Rashid, Ben Silva get together. Oh, Ben Silva is all tore up here. All tore up is the 87 car. Oh my heavens, man. I'm not sure what happened, but it looked like he and Wilson Rashid had some contact there. Wilson Rashid here missing the doghouse on that car. Looks like a Whelen modified. What the heck happened here? Take a look here and see what happened here is Ben Silva. He is challenging for the lead. It looks like the 47 just gets into him right there. Can't get stopped, and big time contact for him. There's doors and fenders and doghouses flying everywhere. So Wilson Rashid going on board here with him, and watch this, man. Just cannot get that car stopped and contact. Man. Just Edson Luis has a ringside seat for this. Oh man, there are parts flying off everywhere right there, and he makes it through. Oh, he hits a door. There might be damage to that car. Let's take a look. Last look here. smacks the door right there. Pieces flying everywhere for that 04 car. Might have some damage. So it looks like Wilson Rashid on pit lane here, taking service as the 09 of Edgelson Carnero in control right now. Edson Luis shown in second. Sullivan Gardena is up to the third position. Sullivan Gardena has just been making some passes, man. Look at this. He always slides under the doghouse right there on that. Look at this. Just threads a needle. Gets around and able to pick up a few positions. Now up to the third position here. So Sullivan Gardena having a good night here so far. Look at this, man. Edgelson Carnero, the 09 car, out to a big lead here over Edson Luis. We're going to take a look at Jose Carvalho. He's battling Sullivan Gardena here right now. On board here with Jose Carvalho. Try to set him up here, maybe do a crossover move on him right there, and I had a feeling that was what was going to happen. He's going to be able to pull that off, and it doesn't look like it's going to work this time. See Jair Oliveira also in this mix as well, so these guys, a three-way battle here. The 49, the 99, and the 17 all battling. 49 there off the track. Oh my gosh, he gets into the 99 there a little bit. Overshoots that turn. Just tried to cut that turn, and this thing did not work out for him. Man, things are getting chippy early. We'll take a look here. This is Neto Vidal. Watch this. This thing's getting sort of bottled up here. He's trying to sneak by right here, and then, contact. Carlos Leite and Neto Vidal mixing it up. What a good battle. When these guys are just on the wheel, man. Up on the wheel. Side-by-side action here. Thiago França. Taking a look at him down on that lower frame here. He's shown in the 6th position as Jose Carvalho is the race leader. Excuse me, Edgelson Carnero is the race leader. We're watching Jose Carvalho right now. Take a look at Edson Luis down on that lower frame. Is he closing in on our race leader? Well, he's about 3.5 seconds back right now. So the 09 of Edgelson Carnero is the race leader. Edson Luis is in second. Jose Carvalho is in third. This is a battle right here. This is Jair Oliveira as he's trying to get around Sullivan Gardena, going through that left-hander. Got another left-hander right here. Trying to find an opening so he can get by this 49 car. Oh, and he might have it right here. No, he backs off. Down into a hard right-hander here. Look at that, Sullivan Gardena using that overrun area there and picks up a little bit of speed, hangs onto that spot. Another run of a overrun. Man, this is just some great racing. Look at this, man. This is Carlos Leite. Just behind him is Neto Vidal trying to make a pass here into the turn. Thiago França is up there as well. He's using that overrun area, so we got some great racing here. Side-by-side action up there as well. Sullivan Gardena. Ooh, got some contact there. Look, oh man, the 47, or excuse me, the 17 is around. Oh no. We had some contact there, it looked like. Take a look and see what happened here. This is a battle between the 17 and the 49 heading into the turn. They're side by side here. Down through that long S. And then got a right-hander coming up, and then there was some contact here. It looked like the 49 might have, the 17. Oh, he got into the back of the 17 car and spins him, and then the 17 is going to take a head-on shot right there from, that looked like Carlos Leite, I believe. Get another look at this as the 17 car pulls off this pass coming into the turn here. It's got the preferred position, the preferred line. Looks like everything's okay, and then takes a little bit of a shot right here, and it spins him. And then hard contact right there. That was actually Carlos Leite that made some contact with him, and he's retired his machine. That is just unfortunate there. We're taking a look at the 99 of Jose Carvalho. He's right now running in the third position. Neto Vidal and Thiago França battling it out here. Neto Vidal up on the outside line trying to get by Thiago França. And he does take over the fourth position. Carlos Leite here saying he's coming around, and let's take a look at this. Oh, yeah, he just gets a little bit up on that curb there and slides that car around. I think he's going to be okay, though. Just going to lose a ton of time here. Take a look at our race leader, Edgelson Carnero. It is a hornet's nest behind him, though. Guys are just starting to drop like flies, man. As hard as they're racing. Take a look at Miguel Braga. He's running in the 7th position. He's down on that lower frame here. Miguel is about 30 seconds behind the race leader here. Had a little bit of a bottleneck here at the beginning of the race and just has not been able to recover here. Don't forget, we got a mandatory pit stop in this series, so you should be seeing pit stops here, I'd say fairly soon. Some guys are going to start coming in maybe in about 5 minutes or so as the 10 car running in the 7th position. Take a look at Wilson Rashid after making a long pit stop here, back out on track. Now Wilson has shown 1 lap down, but he had a ton of damage that he had to get repaired. Pretty extensive pit stop here for him, and probably has taken him, for the most part, out of contention here. Being 1 lap down, just going to be hard to make that up. You're just going to have to hope. And he's not the kind of guy that would do this, but, you know, in the back of your mind, you think, well, if some other guys have trouble here, I might keep plugging away, at least make a good points night out of it. So right now, running in the 10th position is Wilson Rashid. And that's a shame, man. He really had a fast car here tonight. Take a look at Edgelson Carnero, the race leader. He's got about a 4.5 second lead over a second place car, Edson Luis. Take a look at Thiago França in the 8 car. He is running in 5th right now. Thiago is about 29 seconds back, 28 seconds back to the race leader. Just behind him is Sullivan Gardena in that 49 car. He is running in 6th. Been in a few scrapes here tonight, so got to maintain composure. Doesn't seem to be any major damage on that car. Julio Caligari here in the 33 car is running in the 8th position. He is 40 seconds behind the race leader right now. I'll tell you what, man, this battle here, Sullivan Gardena and Thiago França is tightening up here a little bit. So we're following Thiago França right now. And you're looking out of the back of his car, out of the side of his car. Watch, he's going to have some flames here in a second, I bet. As the 49 car there runs behind him in 6th. One missed turn, and the 49 car is going to be there. How about Bernard Silva, man? Just keeps plugging away there. He is at some big-time damage. Very lengthy pit stop, now shown in the 11th position. That's just a shame there. You had a fast car that just got all messed up there at the beginning of the race, and he is not going to be able to really recover from that. But don't worry about it. Bernard Silva will be back the next race, that's for sure. So we still got a while to go here. You can still get some good positions, but definitely out of contention now with some really, really major damage to that car. Take a look at the Jose Carvalho in the 99 Sinister Racing machine. He is running in 3rd right now. He's 20 seconds back, about 20.5 seconds back to the race leader. Edilson Carneiro is just picking him up and putting him down right now. With a 6-second lead over our 2nd place car, Edson Luis. Here's Carlos Leite in the 54 car, running in 9th. He's the last car on the lead lap. Now here on the track, closing. Oh, he missed that turn there just a little bit. I think he just got a little spooked. Just ahead of him is Bernard Silva. Looking out of the front of Carlos Leite's car, you see Bernard Silva up there. And I think he closed in pretty quickly on him, and I think he just missed that last turn. This race is not for position. Bernard Silva shown in 11th. And another missed turn there by the 54 car. About Edson Luis, man. He got a huge win last week when Edilson Carneiro stayed out and pitted real late in the race, and then had trouble with some lap traffic on his way back out, and he really just keeps plugging away, or kept with it, and got a big race win last week. So puts himself in position, capitalizes on the mistakes, or the circumstances, I should say. And this is kind of what we saw last week. You see the 09 here, the race leader, is now going to get by Wilson Rashid. Coming down this straightaway, hard right-hand turn here, and you see the 47 car giving him a lot of room. Got the blue flag, got right over, made it really clear, hey, you got that position through the turn, and that's just good savvy racing right there by Wilson Rashid, and also the 09 of Edilson Carneiro. Julio Caligari indicating he might have left the racing surface here, and he's in the kitty litter there a little bit. Keeps that car pointed in the right direction. Good news for him, and that could have been disastrous. Some more shenanigans here. Oh, that is going to be ugly. No, he catches it. My gosh, man. Good job, Julio Caligari. He's driving that car for all it's worth right now. I think those tires are just used up for him. He's going to have to come in, get some fresh rubber on that car. So right now it is all Edilson Carneiro. He's got a big race lead over Edson Luis. So it's a long way until we get the next driver. So here comes Wilson Rashid here. And then there is Jose Carvalho. So we got 21 minutes left to go in this race, and Edgelson Carnero is the race leader. Edson Luis is second. Jose Carvalho is in third. Neto Vidal fourth. Sullivan Gardena is fifth. And got a good battle here between Sullivan Gardena and Thiago França. Sullivan Gardena has been there, fallen back a little bit, just kept at it, and now making a pass here on the 8 car. So the 49 now up to the 5th position as the 8 falls back to 6th. We'll find a few we like. How about that one right there? That's not a bad one. We're on board here with Sullivan Gardena, and we're looking at Thiago França just behind. He's in that overrun area. Look at that. You can really get a good look at that tire model and how it warps when you throw some G-forces on it. This side-by-side battle right here is 49 car on that overrun area, and the 8, Thiago França, going to try to make a pass here coming down the hill. It's a drag race, and you got to go onto the left-hander here. And then back to the right as Sullivan Gardena drives that car in hard. Oh, and he misses the turn in the grass, or excuse me, in the kitty litter there. And Miguel Braga is going to be there to pounce. So Miguel Braga going to take advantage of this in the 10 car. He's going to get by the 49. No, side by side. Good battle right there. Miguel Braga takes that spot. How about that, man? Just there to take advantage when the 49 car overdrove that turn. Miguel Braga up to the 6th position. He is next hope is to catch up to Thiago França. He's got about 2-second gap there between he and Thiago França, who's running in the 5th position. Edgelson Carnero has a 10-second lead right now over Edson Luis. Now we got some guys here on pit lane here. This is Carlos Leite. He is on pit lane. Sullivan Gardena has just made his pit stop. He is coming back out on track here now in 8th. So just past the 20-minute mark. Got 18 and a half minutes left to go, and Sullivan Gardena has made his pit stop. Now I got to be wondering, man, is that going to spark some of these other guys to start making pit stops here? We'll see. So far, Edgelson Carnero not pitted. And I got to be wondering, man, is he remembering what happened last week when he stayed out, had some trouble with lap traffic, and lost the race lead, and subsequently the race to Edson Luis. Take a look at Edson Luis here. He is running in the second position. This 04 car is just 10 seconds back. Just one of those guys where it just does not make many mistakes, man. And if he does, he's able to recover from those mistakes. And I could say the same thing for Edelson Carnero. You know, those guys just do a great job of, you know, nothing's perfect, but making the best of what you got here and putting yourself in position to capitalize on the circumstances as they change. Take a look at Jose Carvalho here in the 99 car. He is running in the third position. Another one of those guys where is a threat to win every night that he's out on the track, regardless of whether he is running in stock cars, Indy cars, DTMs, GT3 cars, you name it. This guy is always prepared, and another one of those guys that just does not make a lot of mistakes. Take a look, Miguel Braga coming back out on the track after making pit stop here. He is in 6th right now. So we saw him battle for position with the 49 car, now running in 6th. Made his pit stop here. Don't forget there's a mandatory pit stop here, so everybody has to pit or you will be assessed a penalty at the end of the race. Look at Neto Vidal. He is up to the 4th position. It's about 31 seconds behind our race leaders. The 21 car here having a good night. And pretty darn close to Jose Carvalho. So those guys about 4 seconds apart right now. Jose is in 3rd. Edson Luis is right now running in the 4th position. Excuse me, Neto Vidal is running in the 4th position. Take a look at the Jose Carvalho as he comes around, and then there is Neto Vidal right there, so pretty darn close. There goes Carlos Leite. Now Miguel Braga has come back down pit lane, I believe. So I don't know whether he sped and had to do a drive-through or what, but that guy has come back down pit lane. I am sure of it. Well, I'm not sure of it, but I'm pretty sure. So he had made his pit stop here, and I think he has actually had to come back down pit lane. Neto Vidal is on pit lane here in this 21 car, making his pit stop. See this 21 car coming back off pit lane onto the track. So Neto Vidal shown in the 5th position. Well, right now it is all the 09, Edelson Carnero. Got a 13-second lead over Edson Luis. Jose Carvalho is in 3rd. Thiago França is in 4th. Neto Vidal is 5th. Tonight's race is brought to you by IndyCar Brasil. Thanks so much to IndyCar Brasil for all their support for TurnLeft TV and putting on a great show. Always a great group of guys, man. Very, very friendly, very welcoming, and just like a family here. We got 12 and a half minutes left to go here in the race as the 09 beating up on his family members right now. Now we're getting some new faces. Thiago Weber in the chat session. So welcome. Boa noite. We are 30 minutes into this race, 28 minutes into this race. We got 12 minutes left to go. And Edgelson Carnero has been the class of the field. Got a 15-second lead over Edson Luis. Well, this has been a fun one, man. Really got racy there early on. We had a few big names here taken out of contention. Wilson Rashid, Benor Silva taken out. Jair Oliveira, hard lick for him. As you see, our race leader here dealing with Thiago França as he comes back out on track. Always a little bit of a worry here, especially when you're starting to enter the turn here and a guy is right behind you. There's always a risk of him getting into the back of you, especially coming out off a pit stop here and having fresh tires. Definitely a concern for the 09 car, so you got to be very, very careful here. Mind your P's and Q's, not going to really gain anything by racing somebody who is, at this point, a lap down. But don't forget, you know, the 09 has got to make a pit stop here, too. So we're 11 minutes from the finish of this race, and he has still not made a pit stop here. Take a look at Jose Carvalho now moving up to second position with Edson Luis coming in down pit lane, I believe. So Edson Luis has made a pit stop here, and I believe he's going to be now shown in third, if that's correct. Unless he slid off the track and I missed it. Our race leader, Edgelson Carnero, is on pit lane. That 09 car making a big pit stop here. With 10 minutes left to go, a little bit of fuel there, a little splash of fuel, and back out. So quick pit stop for the 09 car. On board here with him as he races side by side with the 49, Sullivan Gardena. Again, you got to be very, very careful here. The 09 establishes position. Thank everybody for coming out to the YouTube channel. If you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up button, man. You can also subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'd greatly appreciate that. And if you would like to, you could also send a donation to the through PayPal, TurnLeft TV. The link is up in the banner of the YouTube channel. Thanks so much for your support. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast here tonight. We got some big names here. What's that? Shady Shark here. Thiago Weber joining us. Saw Jair Oliveira in here a little bit earlier as well. Wilson Rashid has just had a tough night, man. He had some big time contact early in the race and then took him out of contention. That thing was just all messed up. And now running in the 10th position. Take a look at Edson Luis back to second as Jose Carvalho makes a pit stop. So he's made his pit stop here now. Edson Luis, the 04, back to the second spot. Well, Shirty Shark is throwing some shade on the rest of the drivers right now as Edgelson Carnero, he says, has this one in the bag. Well, I'll be honest with you, man. That's what I thought last week. And, you know, things didn't work out for him. He got caught in traffic after making pit stop here. And he's at least not saved that pit stop to as late in the race as he did last week at Slovakia Ring. So maybe a little bit different strategy. He doesn't seem to be around too many cars either, so that's definitely something that's helped him out. Don't forget, Edson Luis is a top-notch driver here, and he is 16 seconds down. We got about 6.5 minutes left here in the race. Take a look at Neto Vidal in the 21 car. He is running in the 4th position right now. Heading into turn 1. Tough turn right there. Closing in. That is Jose Carvalho just ahead. So this race is for position here. Neto Vidal, Jose Carvalho running in 3rd and 4th. We're following the 4th place car, the 21 of Neto Vidal. These guys may be scrapping it up here before it's over with. Ben Silva down on the inside line, letting these guys go. We're on board here with Neto Vidal heading into the turn here. He is trying to close in on that 99 car just ahead. Look at that, Thiago França. He is running in the 5th position. Look at that, man. He's got that TurnLeft TV sponsor on the hood. I got to root for that guy. Thiago França does some stock car racing. He does some DTM cars, of course. A number of different leagues. Always good to see Thiago, and he's a big supporter of TurnLeft TV. Thanks so much to the 8 car. Tell you what, man, Jose Carvalho better not rest because he has got Neto Vidal all over the back of him right now. So we're on board here with Jose Carvalho in 3rd and Neto Vidal is in 4th. And this battle is tightening up here toward the end of this race. We got 4.5 minutes left to go. And we may see a battle for P3 here pretty darn soon. Does look like Jose Carvalho has been able to open up a little bit of a gap on this 21 car. But I'll tell you what, man, all you got to do is miss one turn. Just have a bad entry into the turn, and then the next thing you know, these guys are on top of one another. How about the 10 car, man, of Miguel Braga running in the 6th position, just keeps plugging away. Having a good night here with about 3.5 minutes left to go. Running in 6th, going to be shaping up to be a pretty good points night here for Miguel Braga. '33 of Julio Caligari running in the 7th position. Now he is 1 lap down. Just behind him is Sullivan Gardena in the 49 car. We're starting to close out this race here. Guys have sort of settled in, maybe hoping to gain a position or 2 before the end of the race. Some of these guys, well, I think probably all of them have pitted, but some of these guys maybe on slightly different tire strategies. fuel strategies as far as how much fuel. Oh, man, he came off the track right there. That 49 car really used that overrun area, but he looks like he is running down Giulio Caligari. So we're on board here with Sullivan Gardena as he's starting to close in on that 33, and that 33 running it wide there. Gets him a little bit of a run, though. I'll tell you what, I'm always scared. I cannot do it, man. I just cannot. When I race road courses, I am just not very good at running that, running on that overrun area. But that's what you got to do to be fast. Sullivan Gardena just did that. He's running in the 8th position right now, trying to hang on. Don't forget about Carlos Leite, man. The 54 car here making some laps. He is running in the 9th spot right now. I really think this battle looks like it's sort of shaped up here. It looks like Giulio Caligari starting to pull away there from Sullivan Gardena. Ain't nobody catching this guy right now. The 09 of Edelson Carnero. About a minute and a half left. Having a great night again. The 09. This guy, you just put him in a race car and he takes off and wins these races. Last night got a big win in the Monster Cup Series race at Las Vegas. Tonight going to jump in the DTM car, the Beamer, and maybe put that baby in victory lane. That overrun right there. Sullivan Gardena running off that overrun area, getting a little bit of a hit on my message. So the 09 here, big night. Out to a big lead here over Edson Luis. And I'll tell you what, man, we got a battle here shaping up, I think, between 99 and the 21. That battle has not gone away. Jose Carvalho in the 3rd position, Neto Vidal in the 21 in 4th. That may end up being swapped here if all you got to do is miss one turn. So it looks like we're going to do one more lap here. So we've got 19 seconds left, so this is going to be the last lap. That's the way it works in these timed races. So one more lap here for the 09 car. Better get our screenshots in now, huh? So the 09 of Edelson Carnero did not get caught in traffic tonight. Pitted a little bit earlier. Still a head-to-head battle with Edson Luis. So it looks like he's going to pick up a big race win here. Edelson Carnero on his final lap. Got a 20-second lead over Edson Luis. So a big one here at Red Bull Ring for the 09 car. Edelson Carnero. Big win here for him. He just keeps winning, man, and really sets himself up for a run for the championship here with just 2 races remaining. These guys battling it out here at the end as the 99 of Jose Carvalho trying to hold on to 3rd spot as Neto Vidal trying to close in on him. And it does look like Jose Carvalho going to finish in the 3rd position with Neto Vidal finishes in 4th. Thiago França here going to finish in the 5th position, it looks like. So good run for him. So the 09 of Edgelson Carneiro will pull that car into the pits, says, hey, I'm not going to do a burnout, just going to park it. So great job to him on a awesome race win. We'll see if we can't get him up in the booth with us. Don't even have to change the change the name on the screen, man. He just keeps winning. We just keep putting his name back up there. Just got to straighten her up a little bit. There we go. So a big race win for him, and very, very interesting race early on. It really just got a little bit messy, but good race for Edgelson Carneiro. Edson Luis hanging right there, though. Cannot forget the race that he had. So I tell you what, man, the 09 just put himself in position to win a championship here. We'll see if we can't get him up in the booth. Let him get out of that machine and get things figured out. Jose Carvalho finishes in the 3rd position. Good race for him. Neto Vidal 4th. Thiago França finishes in the 5th position. Yeah, I really can't say enough about how the job that Edgelson Carneiro is doing right now in no matter what series he happens to run with, he is just prepared and does not make mistakes, man. Looks like a couple drivers there talking right now. We'll just give him a moment here to get things sorted out, and we'll get him up here in the booth. Looks like everybody jumping down there into having a chat with him. All right. All right. Here, sorry about that. I got you mid-sentence. Congratulations again, Edgelson Carneiro.
Congratulations twice, because today is his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Tá te parabenizando aí, Edilson, pela corrida.
Beleza, obrigado aí. Mais uma, né? Então vamos em frente aí, que eu acho que tá pertinho do fim agora.
He says that we are near to the end, he get more points for the second place. It's important for the fight to the title.
Yeah, it looked like you decided to pit a little bit earlier this race, and you didn't have the problems with lap traffic, with lap down cars that you did at Slovakia Ring. But it just looked like out front and away from other cars was the place to be. Didn't take any tires, it didn't look like, when you pitted. Is that correct?
I think that he changed his tires, but he don't put fuel.
Oh.
Edilson, ele tá comentando que você, nessa corrida, você adiantou um pouco seu pit, em comparação com a Eslováquia, e aí com isso você conseguiu meio que economizar algum tempo com os retardatários. Você conseguiu sair e não pegou muitos retardatários na pista, e ele estava até na dúvida aqui se você tinha trocado pneus ou não. Aí eu esclareci para ele que você entrou e não botou combustível, só trocou os pneus.
Isso. E com retardatário, assim, eu tava marcando mais o tempo ali pro terceiro colocado, né? A minha expectativa era entrar no box e sair à frente dele. Quando eu vi que o Edson Luiz entrou, aí eu adiantei um pouco e entrei logo em seguida. Tá com uma boa vantagem para ele, aí não queria arriscar ele ficar com o pneu bom e eu com o pneu ruim, e de repente ele chegar e conseguir encostar ali depois do pit. Então eu fiquei marcando mais o Edson Luiz mesmo. Na hora que ele entrou, aí eu já entrei junto.
Heath, he says that he was pay attention to Edson Luiz when Edson Luiz entered his pits, and he opens a little advantage to José Carvalho. We have trained and we know that pit we lose about 29 seconds. Then when he opens 30 seconds to the second place, he saw that Edson Luiz have entered the pit. He has more than 30 seconds to José Carvalho, and then he enters and he decided to change his tires because he thinks that Edson Luiz change his, and he don't want to stay with old tires against Edson Luiz. He changed his tires and come back in front of the two, José Carvalho and Edson Luiz.
Yeah, you really explained that very well in understanding how much you have to be thinking about strategy throughout the course of the race to beat drivers like Edson Luiz, José Carvalho, Neto Vidal, and Wilson Rashid had some trouble there early on in this race and wasn't able to recover, but he had a fast car too. But talk a little bit about just what goes through your mind and the strategy there throughout the race, given the strength of the drivers that you are competing against.
Ele pergunta aí um pouco da sua estratégia aí, um pouco do seu treino, do seu foco aí, como é que você está treinando e como é que você está entrando nas corridas aí contra pilotos tão bons aí, o Edson Luiz, o José Carvalho, o próprio Rashid, que teve problema, e também o Benyu, que os dois tiveram problemas aí no início e eram pilotos para brigar aí pela ponta. Como é que você está se preparando aí para a briga contra eles?
Principalmente eles três, né, estavam com um tempo muito próximo, né, o Rashid, o Benyu, o Edson também. A gente estava tudo com um tempo muito próximo ali nos treinos, e pelo que eu entendi ali, o Rashid e o Benyu acabaram ficando para trás, né? Acho que eles se tocaram, não sei bem dizer o que foi. E aí acabou que ficou mais entre eu e o Edson Luiz, né? O Zé Carvalho ele ficou um pouco mais para trás. E a minha briga foi com o Edson Luiz mesmo, volta a volta, tentando administrar ali, olhando pro cronômetro, e uma volta eu fazia 3 décimos mais rápido, ele tirava um pouco, eu ia abrindo um pouco, ficou nessa. E foi isso. Eu acho que se o Benhu e o Rashid não tivessem tido problema, aí teria sido mais suada, né? Assim, acho que a gente tinha brigado mais forte os 4. E preparativo é isso, essa pista que eu já conhecia, né? Assim, bem, conheço bem a pista, o carro também. Ainda hoje aqui nos treinos, né? Eu consegui um balanço de freio que ficou legal, consegui ganhar uns 3, 4 décimos aí numa volta. E eu acho que isso foi o que mais ajudou realmente na corrida de hoje. Foi o que acabou fazendo a diferença, né?
He says that at the practice session, Edson Luiz, Wilson Rashid, e Benhu Silva was was with next times so close, the same times, but with the practice today, he changed a little bit the brake balance, and he can get some advantage. He can better his time and get some advantage. And he was lucky because Benhu and Rashid was involved in an accident at the beginning of the race, and he wasn't fight for the victory, because with Edson, Rashid and Benhu was so fast as him. José Carvalho administrated his times. He was not so fast, but he administrated his race and get this third place. And Edilson have lucky because he has only to worry about don't make mistakes, and with Edson Luiz.
Well, you have next week you got Spa coming up, and I would guess that a lot of drivers here have experience on that track since it's a very popular track. How do you feel about your chances of pulling off a race victory at Spa next week?
Hey, wake up. Na próxima semana, Edilson, é Spa, então ele pergunta aí, ele acha que Spa é uma das pistas mais famosas e muito conhecida. Então ele pergunta aí o que você está achando aí da próxima etapa, o que você acha, quais são suas chances, como é que você pretende se preparar aí para Spa.
Spa é uma pista conhecida, eu não gosto muito de correr lá, mas eu acho que eu já tenho uma pontuação aí que dá para pensar em administrar, né? Assim, eu vou treinar para corrida, né? Claro, tentar fazer o melhor que puder lá, mas tendo a consciência de que assim, eu não preciso correr tanto risco, né? Assim, já dá para pensar em administrar aí o campeonato.
He says that Spa is a track that he don't like so much. It's so much canoe, but he don't like that track. But he in our calculations, he opens 18 points to the second place in the championship. Then he will be prepared to give his best, but don't expect to win the race, but he expects to do his best and some as much points as he gets.
Well, hey, Feliz Aniversario, is that how I say that?
Yes, feliz aniversário.
Parabéns.
Obrigado.
Gardena wants to speak some words too.
Absolutely. Hey, Sullivan.
Good night, DJ.
Don't pass it the Pesica.
Elder. Oh, yes, my friend. Great racing, my friend, DJ. Vou tentar falar o inglês aqui, tá? Acho melhor deixar você falar, né, ô amigão. Fala pra ele que é muita emoção, que ninguém segura esse Edson.
Sullivan says that nobody can catch Edilson until now. Pode falar, galera.
Eu quero deixar registrado aqui, tá, pro meu amigo aí, o Edson, nessa transmissão, os meus parabéns aqui ao vivo pra ele, tá? Que é merecido demais aí, que ele tenha muita saúde e felicidade aí, beleza?
Valeu, cara, obrigado.
He congratulates him for his birthday, for his victory. He wants to make his congratulations live at the transmission.
Vitória, eu não dei parabéns não inventa não.
É o presente, presente.
Não, mas tá aí meus parabéns então. Agradece aí ao RJ pela bela transmissão e fala pra ele passar no site da NASCAR que ele vai ver breve KN Pro Series. O homem vai pirar. Um grande abraço pra ele, pra todos vocês aí, muito obrigado.
Abração, Gardena. RJ, he sends his best regards. He says that you see at the site that his next category is KN Pro Series. He expects to that you will be in the track with us.
Yeah, well, I'm working on converting some tracks, but I don't know how far along I'm going to be on that. But I'm working on converting some short tracks. Yes.
Okay, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Good night. Valeu.
All right. Hey, good night to you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations and happy birthday, Edilson Carneiro.
Ok, obrigado.
Falou, galera. Vou nessa aí. Um grande abraço aí. Valeu.
Falou. See you next week.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you. All right, that is, man, we got a room full tonight. Sullivan Gardena, Elder Mueller joining us, and Edilson Carneiro. He's always joining us and bringing along Elder Mueller as well to help translate. One of these days, maybe I'll speak fluent Portuguese. I'm learning. You know, I just don't. I don't get to speak it all the time, obviously. But thanks so much to Elder Mueller and his work and helping translate. And what a great birthday present there for Edilson Carneiro to come away with a race victory here at Red Bull Ring. You know, we got Spa next week, and Edilson sort of downplaying you know, how well he really likes that track. I love the track personally, but you know, to each their own. That's it's like music. Everybody's got their own tastes, right? It's a fairly easy track to drive. That's kind of why I like it, because I'm not that great of a road course driver. Well, hey, look at this, man. Edson Luis still has a great points night. He didn't come away with a victory there. Didn't do the twofer, but does finish in the second position. Jose Carvalho finishes in third. Neto Vidal gets a good fourth place finish. You see Tiago França finishes in fifth. Miguel Braga battled all night long and finished in the sixth position. Julio Caligari was seventh. Sullivan Gardena finishes eighth. See Carlos Leite in ninth, and Wilson Rashid brings that car home in 10th. Well, last night, man, we had a great race at Las Vegas. That is posted on our YouTube channel here, so you can check it out. The Monster Cup 2019 season. Series race number 8, 75 lapper from Vegas. That was last night live. You can watch that broadcast posted here on TurnLeft TV, and what a finish it was. I don't want to give it away, but you're just definitely going to have to check that one out. Well worth the watch. So check out these guys that just last night out in the stock cars racing it up. These guys are huge race fans. They really like to drive a lot of different cars. So very excited to bring not only the Monster Cup season, but also this DTM series to you as well. Well, coming up on Wednesday, we'll be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 80 laps in the Ironman Racing Series. It's race number 1 of that second season of 2019, IMS. This is home for me, boys and girls. It's about 40 miles up the road, probably not even that far. Been there many times. Love the track, and it's going to be a great one with the Ironman Racing Series, and the tire rule will definitely come into play. I know Tiago França, he's been doing a little racing here on Wednesday nights, so we might see him out here. And also Sandro Kelmer, he wasn't out with us tonight in the DTM cars, but I would expect to see him out on Wednesday night as well, so I want to check that out. That'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. And then coming up on Saturday, we got a big one, the Rock and Roll 400. That is a annual event there, and this one's going to be from Texas Motor Speedway. I got 2 qualifier races on Friday to determine the front row, but all rock and roll paint schemes, rock and roll themed paint schemes. You see the Metallica, the Jimi Hendrix machine, the Styx machine just back there, all sorts of different rock and roll bands and rock and roll artists and so forth represented on these paint schemes. And guys, just first come, first serve to come in and choose the scheme and race it out. So that's coming up on Saturday, March the 30th, a 400-miler from Texas Motor Speedway, the Rock and Roll 400. Look at that. Now, I don't know how to read that, man, but Edgelson Carnero joined us in there, and somebody will help me translate that, I'm sure, but that is Sullivan joining us in the chat, so thanks so much to Sullivan and all of his support there for TurnLeft TV as well. These guys have always been huge supporters of TurnLeft TV, so I greatly appreciate that. Definitely want to check out the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. You can breeze through this here, and got some great playlists. Of course, there's last night's race at Vegas. You see this, the Bushwhacker Series. Got the heat races and the feature race up. Also the Ironman Series, Racing Series. Last week's race from Slovakia ring, and then some more Bushwhacker Series. So a lot of racing going on here at TurnLeft TV. Definitely want to check that out. The playlists here. All kinds of racing and different videos there for your enjoyment. I greatly appreciate all of your support here at TurnLeft TV. If you are interested in contributing, you can also hit the donate button up in the banner of the channel. Send us a donation. If you could really hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. You can also subscribe if you haven't done so. Greatly appreciate your support. Tonight's race has been brought to you by Indy Car Brasil. You want to do some exciting racing like you saw tonight, you come to Indy Car Brasil. Those guys will look. Well, this is TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. It's been a blast, man. I love these DTM races. A lot of fun. And I am excited about next week at Spa, so we'll see how it shakes out. Congratulations to Edgelson Carnero on a big race win. Taking a firm command of the points lead here as we start to wind down this season. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for joining us. We out of here. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to join us tomorrow.